Why so serious? Hi everyone, it's me, and today, Batman is responsible for Joker? Joker? Seriously? Huh. Interesting.
Don't get me wrong, the newer, grittier version of Batman is fine and all, but I definitely miss the endless stream of Robin's bizarre catchphrases from the 1960s.
Holy uncanny photographic mental processes. Holy priceless collection of Etruscan snooze. Holy interplanetary yardstick.
Oh, let me try one. Holy Robin-focused online conspiracy theory video, Batman. Did I do it right?
Ooh, I really like it, and the sound effect is like boom. Pow. Choo. Choo. Ooh.
Holy film theory internet, welcome to the show where we lay our investigative cards on the table and the jokers are always wild.
Okay, hello internet, welcome to Film Theory. Yeah, nearly said Game Theory. Hi.
Seamless segue alert, Joker, the clown prince who needs no introductions. And seriously, when I say he needs no introductions, he literally doesn't need any introduction. There are just some things that don't need to be re-explained, Batman v Superman. Plus, I already talked about him plenty in my theories around the release of Suicide Squad last year, which, if you haven't watched them yet, you totally should by clicking that eye icon in the right-hand corner. And after doing all that research and getting myself super amped up to see the movie and prove my theory, the Joker was in like 5 minutes of it. My theories were 5 times longer than the amount of time that he actually ended up in the movie. I mean, I guess I should be counting my lucky stars since at 5 minutes, it's a full 2 minutes longer than Jimmy Olsen lasted in the entirety of this extended universe.
Oh, that's a lot of cards involved. A lot of the movie cards involved.
Slane, Jimmy Olsen, photographer.
But still, kind of a letdown. In fact, from my perspective, the most interesting part of this new DCEU Joker has come from the fans, nay, the theorists. You see, back before Suicide Squad hit theaters, heck, even before Batman v Superman hit theaters, online theorists were guessing that the Joker wasn't quite who he said he was. That he wasn't just some off-the-street criminal mastermind like he's been in every other cinematic incarnation, but that he was, instead, Batman's favorite boy wonder, Robin. Robin, who had somehow been transformed into a psychotic madman. And for those of you who—
Wait, what? You're trying to say that Robin is Joker and Joker is Robin? What?
think you've already heard this theory, well, stick around, because I think you're going to be surprised by this one. Now, as far as I can tell, this fan theory started gathering evidence with a Reddit post from Jason G169 back in 2015, who started analyzing all the promotional materials around both of these movies. And legitimately, there are a lot of weird coincidences here. The bird tattoo on Joker's arm, the way Joker holds his cane in the Suicide Squad poster being similar to how Robin's suit is positioned holding his lance in Batman v Superman, the bullet holes in the Robin suit hanging in the Batcave matching strange dots on Jared Leto's shoulders in promo shots for Suicide Squad, and the fact that in the video game Arkham Knight, one of Batman's former Robins has a scar of a J on his face left there by the Joker, a scar that just so happens to be in the same placement as the tattoo the Joker has in Suicide Squad. Legitimately, when you look at all that evidence laid out, there's a fair amount to go off of. But then the buzzkill train named David Ayer, director of Suicide Squad, rolled into the station and killed the theory dead. When asked what the most outlandish thing he'd heard about the movie was, he responded with this.
That the Joker is Jason Todd. Really? It ain't the case.
Now, if you're not a Batman superfan, let me catch you up. Jason Todd in the
Come on, you just put in a full stop in that conspiracy. Come on, man. Like, seriously, it's not fun anymore.
Comics is one of the three main characters to have taken on the mantle of Robin over the years. And I say one of because just like there have been multiple Jokers, so too have there been multiple Robins. You have the original Dick Grayson, who eventually moves on from being Batman's sidekick and turns into the hero Nightwing. Jason Todd is the next Robin, at least until the Joker kidnaps him, beats him with a crowbar, and blows him up in a warehouse. Overkill. And then there's Tim Drake, who tries to alleviate Batman's depression about Jason Todd's murder by becoming the new Robin. It's also worth noting that all three of them have, at one point or another in the comics, turned into the Joker. So the idea of one of these characters turning into a tatted out juggalo isn't as absurd as it might seem. Turning into Mr. J is like a rite of passage for the boy wonder, right next to stop crime in a green Speedo. In the comic, The Dark Knight Strikes Again, Dick Grayson is fired from being Robin and becomes the Joker. Jason Todd, after getting killed in A Death in the Family by the Joker, gets resurrected via Lazarus Pit because, hey, if you got a pit that'll revive your dead, well, you use that thing. Upon his return, he takes on the role of the villain Red Hood, which just so happens to be the Joker's original criminal identity.
Oh my god! Wow! Oh my gosh! That's incredible.
And then there's Tim Drake, who in the 2000 movie Batman Beyond Return of the Joker got himself kidnapped and brainwashed by the OG Joker, who then implants a microchip into his neck that mutates his DNA to make him into a Joker clone. He is literally a werewolf except for hair, he has white clown makeup, and a killer laugh. Killer laugh! Get it? Look, I'm not saying that all of this makes a whole lot of sense, just that it's a thing that canonically happens in this series like every other month to the Robin character.
And with the smile and the scars on the face, do you want to know how I got this? I don't want to know.
But still, I know what you're thinking. Why am I still talking? We already heard David Ayer debunk this theory, so outside of my love for hiding under comforters in the middle of hotel rooms in New York City because I'm recording this on the road, why am I wasting so much time recording this thing? Well, listen again to what he says.
That the Joker is Jason Todd. It ain't the case. He's not.
Notice that David Ayer didn't say that the Joker wasn't Robin, he said that the Joker wasn't Jason Todd. But as we just went over, there are at least 3 different Robins, and when you actually look at all the evidence put together across the DCEU, the much more likely scenario is that this version of the Joker is actually Tim Drake, Robin number 3. So get ready as Bat Pat straps on his utility belt. We haven't a moment to waste, so quick to the Theory Mobile.
The Theories Mobile!
Let's start with Suicide Squad and Project Cadmus. Cadmus Labs is a fictional genetic engineering company that appears as a recurring threat throughout all of the DC properties. For instance, throughout the second season of the show Supergirl, there's a recurring plot line where the organization, led by Lillian Luthor, mother of Lex Luthor, tries to eliminate all aliens on Earth.
Next category, circles.
Then there's the live-action Green Lantern film. You know, the one that DC desperately wants us to forget, where
Ryan Reynolds, which, fun fact, Deadpool!
Cadmus facility gets attacked until the CGI wonder steps in to not only save the day, but also save the head of the program, Amanda Waller. You heard that right, Amanda Waller, the master strategist behind forming an anti-Superman task force comprised of a guy who shoots good, a guy who climbs good, and a girl who bats okay. And though Project Cadmus isn't mentioned by name in Suicide Squad, you remember those nanobombs that Amanda Waller plants in everyone's neck? Yeah, well, in Batman Beyond, we learned that the nanochip implanted in Tim Drake's neck by the Joker was originally developed by Project Cadmus to create a clone of Batman once the Dark Knight got too old for the job. And the person in charge of that prototype's development, none other than Amanda Waller.
Her again? Amanda Waller again? What a coincidence.
Well, it doesn't outright prove that he's the Joker, it does prove, at the very least, that we're dealing with similar timelines and similar universes for both Batman Beyond and the DC Cinematic Universe. Now, of course, for all this to work, we need a scenario in which Jared Leto's version of the Joker had lost complete touch with his true Tim Drake identity before he converted to the Joker. And wouldn't you know it, but Suicide Squad gives us that exact same scenario. One of the Joker's first sequences in Suicide Squad is when he's got Harley strapped to the gurney and is about to electrocute her skull. Let's see what he has to say in this moment.
You helped me by erasing my mind what faded memories I had.
Erasing his mind?
Oh. You left me in a black hole of rage and confusion.
So the Joker doesn't remember his past. He doesn't know where he came from. I don't know about you, but that is pretty darn suspicious. But to see just how suspicious, let's pull in some science here. You see, what the Joker's referencing here is known as electroconvulsive therapy.
Electroconvulsive therapy. The more you know.
better known as electroshock therapy, a treatment with the unfortunate side effect of patients having trouble recalling events that occurred during the weeks leading up to the treatment, or even the weeks after treatment. In more extreme cases, they can't remember their wedding days, the fact that they have children, huge chunks of their past. Now, we know from what few lines we have in the movie that the Joker in Suicide Squad does indeed suffer memory loss as a result of his ECT treatments, and we know that Harley Quinn is the one responsible for it. But why? If Harley loves her puddin' as much as she says she does, why would she put him through a treatment that would erase all his memories? The simplest explanation would be that she's trying to make him forget something specific about his past. Something like, say, the fact that he's
Used to? Wait, what?
not really the Joker. If anybody could pull off this trick, it's Harley. I mean, don't forget, she is a trained psychiatrist, so she would know what she's doing with the electroconvulsive therapy. And if you pause the opening of Suicide Squad just at the right time, you can actually read her rap sheet, only to learn that she has a history of using false stories to manipulate the men in her life. So the fact that she's a, quote, accomplice in the murder of Robin could just be her killing Tim Drake's true identity.
Oh, it's not necessarily murder an individual, more like murder the individual personality of that person that's still living.
Programming Robin with electroshock to convince him he's something else. Someone else. The Joker. It's also worth mentioning that in Batman v Superman, you have these very ominous voiceover lines playing while Batfleck is looking at the Robin suit.
Yep, it is very dark scene.
20 years in Gotham, how many good guys are left? How many stayed that way?
How many stayed that way? I don't know about you, but it sure seems like the Batman of this universe has watched his fair share of good guys turn evil, and playing that line over the footage of the Robin suit with Joker's scrawl all over it makes it seem like this concept of a good guy gone bad is somehow related to both of those characters. Here's a bombshell for you. Potential Robin candidate #1, Dick Grayson. He's already dead before the DCEU even starts. At the beginning of Batman v Superman, we watch a burial scene for the Waynes. Oh, spoiler alert, Bruce Wayne's parents die. Oh, I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. I should have warned you. Anyway, you see that gravestone back there? You know, the one next to the angel? Well, if you zoom in a bunch of times and enhance it, you see that it says Richard Grayson, born 1982, died 2000. Dick is a nickname for Richard, in case that's confusing anyone, and Dick's dad's name is John, so it wouldn't be his father either. And if you think all of this is completely unbelievable, this evidence was actually confirmed by some set spies who went out to the graveyard where they shot this scene and took photos of the gravestones. Photos that just so happened to be promptly removed by Warner Brothers. But of course not before the internet made like a gajillion copies. Is it weird that Warner Brothers would choose to kill off the character who would eventually be Nightwing and kill him off while Bruce Wayne is still a child? Absolutely. But then again, look what cinematic team we're talking about. Batman is branding criminals, Lex Luthor has hair, and remember Jimmy Olsen getting shot? You know, Jimmy Olsen, one of the most beloved characters from Superman's canon. Well, here's what Zack Snyder had to say about why he did that one. Quote, "We just did it as this fun little aside because we had been tracking where we thought the movies were gonna go, and we don't have room for Jimmy Olsen in our big pantheon of characters. But we can have fun with him, right?" End quote.
Right?
Fun? Fun! By killing him off unceremoniously? And
A few minutes in, pew!
what do you mean, no room for him? There was plenty of room for Granny's exploding peach tea. There was time for Jolly Ranchers. But no, there's no room for Superman's best friend, Jimmy Olsen. It's just very telling that this is the way the creative team behind these movies see these characters and the lore around them. Needless to say, the DCEU is treating established comic lore in a very fast and loose way. So the idea that Dick Grayson could be dead at this point is not that big of a stretch. Which segues nicely to the main complaint I've seen people make about Joker equals Robin theories online. Jared Leto and Ben Affleck aren't different ages in real life. Robin would have to be a whole lot younger than Batman. To which I say to you, guess what else they aren't in real life? Superheroes, martial artists, criminal masterminds. It's a movie! They can be made up to be pretty much any age. And seriously, when you do the math, the age ranges line up very cleanly to Suicide Squad's Joker being Batman's former protege.
Which, fun fact, do you know that they say it's Martha? And the person who played Martha actually, in the movie, slept with Batman. So, in the movie. So, think about it. Batman slept with Superman's mom. The super smell.
In Batman v
Oh!
Superman, we hear Bruce say he's been Batmaning it up for 20 years.
20 years in Gotham, Alfred.
And a producer for the movie confirmed that at that point in time, he's in his mid-40s. That means he started being Batman when he was 25. Canonically, this is in alignment with the comics. Meanwhile, Robin in the comics joins up with Batman a year later. So Batman is 26 and Robin is 12. So 20 years later, Robin would be 32 and Batman would be 46. Jared Leto's Joker absolutely seems like he could totally be 32. But you know what he doesn't seem like he'd totally be? Older than Batman. You see, people usually think of the Joker as older. In both Tim Burton's original Batman film as well as the Batman TV show, the Joker was around 10 to 14 years older than Bruce. But those admittedly do funny things with the lore, so we should probably turn to the original source, the comics. Though it's never officially mentioned, we can make our best guess based on the clues to the character's origin. Joker's design was based on the design of a character from the movie The Man Who Laughs. The resemblance is actually uncanny. Now in that movie, Conrad Veidt, the actor, was 35, and since the character is pretty much a direct rip, we can assume the same is true for Mr. J. Considering that the original Joker falls into the vat of chemicals that permanently disfigures him shortly after Batman's first appearance, and Batman was 25 when he started, we can assume that the Joker is, again, about 10 years older than Bats. Is it 100% set in stone? Well, of course not. But it does reinforce the idea of the Joker being older than Bruce Wayne. And say what you will about ages, but Jared Leto's Joker doesn't feel older than Ben Affleck, and certainly not 56, which means he could very well be a younger generation of Joker, a second round, a clone. A boy beaten and kidnapped in his late teens, then reprogrammed to be the Clown Prince by the OG Joker, and then brainwashed by Harley using electroshock. So based on everything, the bird tattoo, the scars matching the suit holes, the memory loss, the connection to Project Cadmus, David Ayer rejecting Jason Todd as a candidate, Joker's missing backstory, Bruce's ominous lines from the trailer, the character's history of turning into the Joker, and the age timeline, to me, there's a strong case to be made for Tim Drake being quote-unquote killed by the original Joker and reprogrammed as a new one by Harley. And while the logo on the Robin costume could certainly work for either Tim Drake or Jason Todd, it's the clue hiding in plain sight that makes Tim the obvious choice here for a Robin who's been converted.
That is genuinely very dark and sad if you think about it. All the negativity involved. Once again, if you're watching this video, please remember to keep the positivity, be happy, be glad, and just watch this and be open-minded, be understanding, and be respectful. Thank you so much for being so polite. Thank you.
The weapon. You see, each Robin not only came with their own tragic backstory and eventual excuse to start wearing clown makeup, but they were also differentiated by their signature weapons. Dick Grayson's Robin became Nightwing and used 2 electrically charged billy clubs. Pretty sweet, but not a match. Jason Todd never really used any significant weapons during his time as Robin, so no bueno there. But Tim Drake, well, wouldn't you know it, he just so happened to use a staff. Case closed? Yeah, probably not. It's probably just a bunch of coincidences, or at most, creative ideas that got left on the cutting room floor by a creative team who were too scared to execute on stuff like this. But heck if it doesn't make watching these 2 movies a whole lot more fun. And when it comes to these 2 movies, anything that makes watching them more enjoyable is a welcome addition to the lore. But hey, that's just a theory. A film theory. Holy end of the episode, Batman.
Yeah!
Hey you, strong, masculine, dark and brooding Batman fan, listen up! Do you need more pink pastel in your life? Are you looking to impress female folk by showing you're sensitive to their needs? Are you looking for something to fill the empty void in your life after Adventure Time comes to a close? Well, if you answered either yes or no to any of those questions, boy do I have a series for you. 3 words, B and Puppy Cat. It's kind of like if Adventure Time had a baby with Steven Universe. Wow, that sounds like a baby I'd love to binge watch. Well, you can find its newest episodes exclusively on Verve. Huh, whoops, looks like someone forgot to buy a vowel. Verve is a new and, more importantly, free video streaming service that allows you the chance to discover more content from creators that you know and love, all while supporting their newest creations. And it's made by the team over at Crunchyroll, so in addition to getting awesome stuff like Cartoon Hangover's Bravest Warriors, Rooster Teeth's Ruby, and Adam Savage's Tested, because damn it, that Mythbusters money is gonna start to run out, and a brilliant TV host / engineer needs to eat, Verve also gets you access to to all your favorite anime like Attack on Titan Season 2 and Naruto Next Generation. Wait, there's a Next Generations of Naruto? Since when? It's called Boruto?
Bolt! But it was originally called B-O-L-T, but they changed it, so Boruto.
Way to get creative on the naming there, guys. You get all that stuff subbed or dubbed in 1080p HD on pretty much any device that you want. Roku, PlayStation, Xbox. Just not the Wii U, since you had your chance, Wii U.
And have you tried PS5? Oh!
You had your chance and you wasted it. Wasted it. Desktop, even your mobile phone, thus making it the perfect entertainment for a long summer day spent in a hammock or a long summer night spent on the toilet. Oh, that corn on the cob ain't agreeing with me, but look, it gives me the excuse to watch a full season of Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood or Funimation's absolute classic Akira. Oh yeah, and let me emphasize that once again, it's free. F-R-E-E free. There's just like an ad or two, but hey, you watch YouTube, so you're used to that sort of thing. Or you could just go to www.verve.co/MatPat, or even easier, smash the link in the description and get yourself 7 days free of the Verve Combo Pack, allowing you to watch the best channels on Verve ad-free in HD. I mean, even if you don't smash the link in the description, it's still a great service. You're still gonna get amazing shows directly to every device that isn't a Wii U. It's just gonna have an ad at the beginning. But screw ads! I'd say in the middle of an ad, which is kind of ironic, but whatever. Click the link in the description, verve.co/MatPat. Link is below. Spend your summer catching up on all that anime you should have watched by now, or at the very least, all the awesome animation and nerdy content that's coming from all your favorite creators from these platforms. Just remember that your free download of Verve today will help ensure that Adam Savage, TV host and engineer, will eat for another day. Now anyway, if you'll excuse me, I need to start researching big game animals of the African plains. I will be seeing all of you guys next week.
Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that this video has been very interesting to watch, and hopefully it's kind of unique to think of it from a different point of view. Very special and interesting as well. Kind of enjoyable and educational, with a bit of entertainment involved. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this video, and once again I want to show my sincerest gratitude and appreciation for all of you for being so nice. Very grateful and thankful for everyone's attentions. But hey, that's just a theory, a film theory, and cut. And I hope to see you in my next video. Bye! Oh wait, I forgot to say the lecture, should I? One more time. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you do like this video, please remember to like, share, and subscribe to my channel, and comment down below if you have anything to share about us. Don't forget to follow my channel, and I sincerely appreciate all of your support and encouragement for my work. Thank you so much, and hope to see you in my next video. But hey, that's just a theory. Oh, I've done that already. Well, sure. Okay. Thank you. Subscribe. So see you next time. Bye bye. Oh my gosh, what's going on?